year's already gone by. It seems like yesterday we were starting up again. So thank you so much, parents, for allowing your child to be a part of Awana. And of course, the laborers that come out each and every week, the leaders that come out here to serve the Lord through Awana. So we thank y'all so much for doing what you do as well. We're going to go ahead and get started with a word of prayer. You'll bow your heads. We'll get started with it. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we love you and we thank you again for all you do for us. For another night of Awana, for just a great year you provided for us, dear Lord. We thank you for the church that makes this possible, dear Lord, that funds Awana, and those who give to this church, they give to Awana. And we thank you so much for that. Dear Lord, thank you for the young people that are here. They've worked hard this year. They've listened well. We've had a very, very good group this year. And we just, those that are moving on, we're going to miss those kids. We know that, Lord, they're ready and they're prepared to go on to be in the youth, in the teens. Dear Lord, we just be with our awards night tonight, dear Lord. The kids will get what they deserve. And dear Lord, those that didn't work so hard, maybe they'll be motivated to work harder next year. And know each and every day we come to Awana that we're doing things that are glorifying you. That we're hiding your word in our hearts, dear Lord, so that when we go out in the world, we're tempted, dear Lord, and fight off the temptations. Just to give us will and favor, dear Lord. Take us to this night. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. All right. Everyone will please stand. We're going to say our pledge. Right hand salute. Pledge to the American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the pledge to the Awana flag.
I pledge allegiance to the Awana flag, which stands for the Awana Club, whose goal is to reach boys and girls with the gospel of Christ and train them to serve Him.
Order on. You may be seated. All right. And Awana stands for that comes from
2 Timothy 2:15,
which says,
study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman needing not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
very good, very good. All right. We're going to go and get started here rather quickly. We've got a lot to cover, and afterwards, parents and friends, please join us for a pizza party right over there in the kitchen area. So we'll get started with the Cubbies. Miss Jessica, I'm going to turn it over to you.
This is my third year. I'm Jessica, by the way. Dusty, my husband, helps me. And then we have Blakely, one of our teenagers, and Shane, who also help us in our Cubby class. Cubbies are 3- and 4-year-olds. Next year, we're possibly going to have Puggles, which is, I think, 2-year-olds. So, depending on how many Cubbies we have next year, we may combine the classes, we may not. We haven't told you that yet. Right now, I have about 8 or 9 that come on a regular basis. I have 6 here tonight. I'm missing 1, I know. But I have 5 moving up to Sparks. So I have 5 almost kindergartners that have been with me for quite a couple years. 2 of them I know, 3, 4. 4's been here for 2 years. But Allison's going up too because she'll be in kindergarten. I've really enjoyed it. I started when I was pregnant and it was really difficult. But this year has been so good, and I'm telling you, they've improved tremendously. So I'm excited for them next year and excited for all my big ones to be moving up to Sparks. When I call your name, come up here, get your gift, okay? Adeline? This is from Miss Jess and Mr. Dusty, and this is your book award. You want me to put on? All right, Allison. Candy. I'm sending them home with y'all. There's lots of candy for y'all. spring. These book awards are for a book that we complete together as a class. They're not quite ready to, they're not quite ready to memorize yet, but hopefully these older ones, they're getting there. So they're ready for y'all next year, Sparks. But we do a book every week, and we do a verse, and they have to learn the verse and what it means. And then we do playtime and snacks. So if you have 3 and 4-year-olds, y'all can come next year, because I'm down to 2 as of now. But next year might be totally different. I mean, I started with 2 last year and it went up to 11. So bring your kids if you have 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, okay? Thanks.
Real quick, I guess I should have mentioned to you a little bit about the age groups. The Cubbies, of course, are 3 and 4-year-olds. They have to be the age of 3 when we start Awana. But Jessica did mention the 2-year-old class of Puggles that may be starting next year, Miss Kim, and so maybe there's some interest in that. We can start Puggles next year. So the next group is the Sparks, and Miss Janice Ingram is our director there.
I'm not gonna cry. This is my last year. I started in Sparks when we started Awana. And it's been a long time because my granddaughter was in 2nd grade and she was in Sparks with me when I started, and she's now 28 years old. So it's been a while. And I've taught most of my grandchildren in Sparks somewhere, and everybody else's grandchildren are children.
Or both.
Or both. Or both, that's right. But, Peggy, all my leaders stand.
I'm just a listener.
This is our 4th group. Miss Esther and Peggy and me are all retiring at the end of the night. But we are gonna come back. We're gonna work some when they need us. We're gonna try to get them going next year because they got so many little ones coming up. But Leanne is gonna take over. And Leanne, and where's Christy? Christy, stand up. Christy's gonna be in there. Leanne, Nancy, and Becca's still gonna be there. And Kaylee, where's Kaylee? Okay, Kaylee. And Brady White's not here, but he's gonna be in there for sure. And I think Dallas is gonna be in there. Where's Dallas? Stand up, Dallas. She's gonna be in there. And all of these went through Sparks, so they're fixing to go in 7th or 8th grade, so they all, or 9th grade or 5th grade, so they all know what it's about, and they're real good workers. And anyway, I have had blessings galore from working in Sparks. The program is fantastic. Dwayne, I think, has been there as long as I have. Have you been there?
I believe the first year I was not, the very next year I came. So this is, I believe this right here completes 20 years of Awana right here, and then, so it's 20 years to be here.
And mostly if you come, you never leave, you stay. But Miss Peggy had told me, and Miss Esther both said, when you get ready and you know it's time, we're going with you. Because they was hanging in there for me, and Miss Peggy's got a lot of health problems, and Miss Esther's had a lot of health problems. And I'm probably the healthiest one of them, but I've had some health problems, so it's time for some younger ones to take over. But we had a lot of kids. We had probably, 11, 12. We started off with about 4 little ones, and like Jessica said, it just balloons. And this bunch that's here tonight has been our faithful ones for the last 3 years. Well, some of them are going into their 3rd year because it's a 3-year program with us. So when they come in as little ones, they go out as 3rd graders. So let me start giving out awards, and these are some of the little ones. Alyssa Gavin this is her 1st year. You're going into what grade? You're going into 2nd grade this coming year. You're in 1st grade. She's in 1st grade, so she She only finished her first book, but she started on her second book, so when she starts back in August, get first book award, when she starts back in August, she will go in her second book. Reagan came in, she was one of Miss Jessica's, and she finished her book and did her review, and she starts her second book next year. John is not here tonight, John Kirkland. Now, we have had a really good time with John this year. I'm gonna miss John. We've all had a good time with John. But this is Caden. Caden came in, Caden is going into second grade this year, and he came in a little bit late, but he is smart. Oh, he's so smart. He finished his first book, and he started on his second book, so he'll start on it next year. This is his first year in Awana, and he will go in second grade next year. Okay, he has started on his second book, so he can finish that and then finish the third book next year, and I have great faith that all of my ones that's gonna be in second grade can finish that third book and finish the other one. Okay, Zoe Stevens finished her second book this year, and Zoe could possibly, if she had been going in second grade, she could have finished the second book, the third book too. But she comes in and she's ready to study. Thank you, Zoe. Jaden finished her second book and her third book. Jaden, if you'll wait just a minute. And let me show you what you get when you finish the third book. And they're not easy books to finish. They learn a lot of stuff. But they get this plaque and they get a pen that goes with it. And it's a hanging on the wall plaque. And this is her, she finished 2 books this year. Shami, she came in ready to go this year, so she finished her second book. She will go to third grade this year. And she also got the third book award. And this is Tommy Jenkins. He came in and finished his second book this year. And he also got the third book award. This is Cole Smith. This is one of my grandsons. We sort of pushed him at the end. We're like, come on, come on, come on. I think Mr. Wayne pushed one of his too. But he finally, with all of us pushing him, he finally got through with the third book. We wanted him, he was right at the end, so it was nip and tuck for a while there, but he got the second book he finished this year and the third book this year. Noah finished his third book. Noah, and I think he finished review too, didn't he? Of the whole book, you have to go back through your book and say it word perfect. Every verse in there word perfect. And Noah did that. We had I call her Mama Awana. But she got the third book award. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 girls moving up, and we have truly enjoyed them.
I want to know, teens, y'all are included in this. If anyone in this room, any of you have ever been in one of Miss Janice's classes, and she's taught you in any capacity, Sunday school, children's church, or Awana, will you please stand? And all you Sparks stand, y'all in your class right now, so y'all stand up. Y'all ever had Miss Janice in your class? Miss Janice?
I know, I love Mama.
You're gonna be huge. All right, y'all have a seat. All right, and Miss Peggy, if you've ever had Miss Peggy as a teacher, Sunday school, Awana, any capacity, stand up. We're gonna miss you, Miss Peggy. Y'all give her a hand.
These are our babies.
Yes, they are.
And we love them, and this is a way of showing God how much He's done for us, how much He loves us, is sharing His word with these babies.
Yes, please.
And Miss Esther came in because we kept nudging her, and Miss
Yeah.
Nancy, I went begging.
Miss Esther, will you please stand? Miss Esther, she's going through her health issues. We certainly pray for her. Miss Esther, we appreciate you and what you've done as well. You've been in Awana since 2002.
Something like that.
So that's, you've been around. So y'all give Miss Esther a hand. Now, tonight, before we leave, I want to get all the kids up here, and the Awana kids up here. We're going to have a picture made with Miss Peggy, Miss Esther, Miss Janice, okay? Right before we leave to go eat, we want to do that. So keep that in mind. All righty. Now, the awards, as you move up to the TNT, the material, each age group gets a little tougher. The material gets even tougher when you become a TNT. So we're not going to have quite as many awards moving up for these next 4 classes. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean they don't work just as hard. So next we'll have our TNT girls, 3rd and 4th grade, and Miss Chris Crooks is our director.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say a little bit about, I started in Awana when my daughter was in Sparks, and she's 28 years old now. She's the same age of Jessica, okay? And now my granddaughter is in Sparks. So I'm real proud of both of them. And I don't know how many years that has been, because I stopped for a few and then started back. This year, I had the 3rd and 4th grade girls, and they've been a pleasure. My husband Richard helped me with that, and Michaela Chastain, she was my helper too. Sometimes Michaela was the only one here because we went through quite a lot of stuff this year, and Mr. Dwayne would pop over and he'd be the teacher for the night, and Michaela was there to just push things on through. My girls are at an awkward age where they're moving from being a child to a young lady. So they had issues of their own that we worked through. And Mr. Dwayne was right about it gets tougher. The older they get, the tougher they get. I have to say that I learned all the books of the Bible teaching the 3rd and 4th grade girls. So it not only helps these children, it helps the people that are teaching too. And I have to say accolades to all of the parents who allow their children to come and learn about God, because that's the best thing that you can do for your children. Saying that, we have no awards tonight, because like I said, it's very difficult the higher you get. But I'm very proud of my girls, and I'd like all of them to stand right now. Gabby, Chasley, Emma, Alyssa, Dakota, and Kyla. And my leaders, the helpers, please stand. I want to say one thing about one girl that came into the program about halfway through. She came in there and just, it was like a flower that was blooming really quickly. Emma, she caught up with the other girls, and now they are on the same place in their pursuit. So I was very proud of Emma.
All right. Next, we're gonna have the girls, 5th and 6th grade girls. The T&T 5th and 6th grade girls. And that's, the director is Miss Jennifer Johnson. You just walked in, didn't you?
I did.
Perfect timing, I'm sorry, it's up. You don't have to, just whatever you want to do.
Okay, I have the 5th and 6th grade girls, y'all stand up. They work hard. We have, I think, the hardest 2 books for those that make it through to those. Don't sit down. Don't make you stand up all the time. I've been doing this for, I think, 12 years, and this is my last year. It's time for me to do something else, so this is my last group of girls. They're all good. They've all worked really hard. I have 1 award, and that is for Dallas, who has finished all 4 of her books. She gets the Timothy Award.
We have, unfortunately, Awana, like any company, sometimes they run the back order situation. So that particular award is on back order. And I'm sorry, but we will get that in for you, okay? That's a great Thank you, Ms. Jennifer. All right, next we have the T&T boys, 3rd and 4th grade, and the directors are Mr. and Ms. McCormick. I'm not gonna fight that battle.
All right, I'm Terry, and this is my wife Gail. I've got the best helper in Awana, I think. So, she's awesome help, plus she's my wife, so it all makes it so much better. We've got, we have anywhere from 2 to 6 in our class. Tonight, we've got 2 of them here, and these 2 have been here, I think, I was looking the other day, and it's kind of hard to tell, but I think Ethan has missed 3 times this year, and Spencer's missed twice. So they're rarely ever not here. But y'all come on up here. We kind of do things a little different in our class, I think. We're you might hear us down the hall. We just kind of go with the flow, and we let them be kids, and they learn that way. You know, maybe it's not the most organized way, but it works for us, and it makes the night seem like it's over before it ever begins. I mean, it just I don't know. I don't know what to say. I love these kids so much that.
These 2 boys have been, they've been a lot of fun. They are, we've been doing this for 11 years, so we've had them since our boys were in there, and they're 18 and 19. So we've had some, rowdy ones, but these two are just a lot of fun. They really have a lot of personality. They entertain me.
Yeah, our two, the classes we had with them, they kind of set the tone for how Awana was going to be. When we first started, we tried to be very organized and tried to be quiet, don't do this, and it just, for us, it just don't work that way. I mean, it just, when they can be free and open their mouth when they want to, if they got something on their mind and they want to say it, hey, that's what we're there for. So I really, really have enjoyed these two right here. And then there's a couple more that come, but these two especially. We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna take a picture with them. Lamar's gonna come take a picture with us up here. But I had one award, and when they talk about this book's getting harder, they get harder because there's sometimes in these books that I don't even know what they're talking about, and I have to get a leader's manual that I have, and I don't know where it came from, but I've had it, and I make sure I keep it hid where it don't ever get away from me. So I can and it seems like the same ones every year. I have to go back to that same page and look and say, oh, here's what we got to do here. But anyway, I just want you to know that I've enjoyed y'all so much this year, and I'm gonna be losing Ethan, but Spencer will be back next year, and I'm gonna gain Ethan's brother. So if he's half as funny as Ethan, we're gonna be good to go. I told Ethan, I said, you can always stay in this class next year. All you gotta do is fail in school. And I couldn't talk him into it, so I guess he's moving on up. But I just want y'all to know how much I've enjoyed y'all. And Ethan finished book 1 this year, and he worked real hard and got started in book 2. So if you want to finish that book, you take that book with you and get your mom to work with you all summer on it, okay? And Spencer's close. Spencer's getting kind of close on book 1, so we're going to get him through book 1 very quick next year and then get started on book 2 and try to get through with it. And here we got you a little something for you. I just want y'all to thank y'all. I'm going to sit down.
Next, we have the Truth and Train, the TNT 5th and 6th grade boys, and Brother Wayne's the cameraman, so I believe Lamar McCormick, you're going to come up and give the award.
All right, 5th and 6th grade boys, y'all can stand up for a second. I came in here a few weeks ago. It's been about 2 months I've been with 5th and 6th grade boys, and I've been with the Sparks before then, and so I just decided it's time for me to move up. And when I first came into 5th and 6th grade room, my head almost exploded because they are so loud. Brady is so loud. And I was like, so you know my dad, he said y'all can hear them down the hall talking and playing around. You probably heard me down the hall screaming, telling Brady, quit screaming at me.
You should hear Caleb and Levi.
Okay, well, they're loud, needless to say. But we have 2 awards, well 3 actually. We have Brady finished, what's your first book? He finished his first book, and so he's going to be moving up this year. So he did finish his first book. He worked really hard, so good job, Brady. And Josh Chastain, he finished his second book, so he gets the Excellent Award. And he also finished his 3rd book this year, and so he got the Challenge Award as well. So they were the only 2 that finished. Thomas came in a little later this year, but Thomas has done so much in his book already, and he just started. Caleb started working, and he started doing a page a night at least. So I'm proud of him for that. Aaron does all of his pages every week. He may get loud sometimes with Brady, and he gets loud with Chris, because Chris says he can't do his work. And then I have to tell Chris, do it, just try. And then 5 minutes later, he says it word perfect. So They do really work hard. Caleb and then Levi, he always sits right in front of me. He's always ready to work every single night. So he does a great job. And then, is there somebody else in there? No. Brady, I already talked about Brady. But everybody did great. This is a gift from Brother Robbie and Miss Wendy tonight.
I just want to add a little something. Every one of you, if you put God's word in your heart, that makes you a winner. That's what this is all about, learning about God's word. I'm proud of all of you.
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
All righty. And one part we didn't talk about, but I know these kids were getting awards tonight for working. These were for scripture memorization and other lessons and things that they do during the course of the year in the segment that's called Handbook Time. But there's also two more segments of the night. It's called Council Time, which is when they're all given an age-appropriate devotion by one of the leaders. And that's for 30 minutes. The handbook time for 30 minutes. And of course, the game time, it's for 30 minutes. So if you've, game directors, if you worked as, you helped in game, Parker, Shane, oh, y'all stand up. Great wide attempt in that area as well. So these kids have y'all had a good time during game time this year, kiddos?
Yeah.
Well, let's give those game directors a hand again, one more time, all right? All right, two more things we've done this year, some notable events. I know that we had the Bible quiz with the TNT, and much like Jeopardy, we have two teams. They go up 3 on each per team on a panel. We ask questions, and they have a good time. That's right before